everybody. I want to welcome you here. We are waiting for the national anthem to be sung here.
How about we have a pledge of allegiance instead today? Ready, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to
We're
the
going to do the Pledge
flag
of Allegiance.
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much.
All right, we're getting started here, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and turn you over to our student announce team here. We got Kale Hancock and Gage Heap. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to our announce team here.
All right, we're getting started with our high school wrestling matchup today. We have Sholo versus St. Johns, and they have the captains out. Flipping the coin right now, it looks like we have James Thomas and Cole Housley up there. And they'll send out the first weight, class 106. This should be a pretty good matchup. St. John's and Sholo are always tough teams and never disappoint. We'll see if I think that St. John's has a bye for 106 and maybe even for 113. We'll see who Sholo sends out. It looks like they're just going to skip right ahead to Let's see who they send out. It looks like we're going to start at 122 with Wesley, Scarborough, and I'm not sure who the other wrestler is, but Wesley gets a quick takedown right off the bat and is looking to get a move. He's got a wrist and an ankle. He's working his stuff. He goes in for a cradle. He's trying to get him over. He rolls him and gets some quick back points. Maybe a pin. The ref's looking for it and counting.
And we have a pin.
Fast pin for Wesley Scarborough and the St. Johns Redskins.
That's a win for St.
Good
John's.
start for St. John's. Okay. It looks like right now we're wrestling JV first.
Yeah.
So we have Alex Pettit, but we don't have the other JV team listed for Sholo. So we can't provide you a name for their wrestler.
And it looks like we have a St. John's bye here. Assuming they send someone out. Oh, wait. Wait,
Right.
Now we have a wrestler.
It looks like we have Diego Pompos, I think is what I heard, out to wrestle Alex Pettit. And they'll get started right now. So they get their equipment strapped up. All right. And they'll shake hands and get started. They both start out aggressive. Alex goes in for a shot. Goes for a quick throwdown, but it looks like Sholo's going to get a takedown.
Sholo with the takedown.
And immediately get a wrist control. St. John's is moving on bottom, and they go out of bounds, so they'll go back to the middle. With Sholo on top, 2-0 in this match.
Alex Pettit on bottom, Sholo on top.
Ref's getting him set up, and they go ahead
Ref
and
blows
go
a
again.
whistle.
Looks like Sholo gets a locking hands call on top. You can't. So the rule is if the bottom man is on his knees and hands, you can't lock your hands around him. So that's a point for St. Johns. So they'll start over with Sholo on top. Sholo immediately goes to grab the ankle and gets wrist control. But St. Johns gets his hips away and is close to getting 1 point escape. A little bit of a scramble right there.
7 seconds.
Still no call.
And we have
They're
a
gonna call that
penalty.
for a dangerous position.
And that's a point for Sholo. St. John's Alex Pettit down 1-3.
So Sholo will start up back on top and goes for that ankle again. And
And
that's the end of the first period.
that's period.
So it looks like St. John's has the choice. And he'll go ahead and choose bottom. So he'll start out on bottom and Sholo will cover on top again. He goes for a stand-up, but Sholo has a good counter and rolls him back over. St. John's gets his hips away and gets taken back down, so there's not going to be any points right there. Sholo's going in for a cradle and might have it locked up. Can't quite see from here.
Alex is fighting. And that'll be a penalty. Or foul, whatever we call it.
They're going to call an escape for St. John's, so they'll go back to neutral, but there was an illegal hold by Alex Pettit, grabbing around the head without an arm, so that's another point to Sholo in this match. It's 3-2 Sholo. Sholo goes in for a double leg and gets a takedown. That's 2 more points. So that makes it a quick 5-2. Sholo's back on top and driving down hard. St. John's is trying to stand up. It gets thrown back down. Sholo's got a half in and might get him turned over. He's getting some back points there.
It's on the back.
The ref's calling his counts.
And that's a pin.
For Sholo. So again, this is right now these are still JV matches, so they don't actually go towards the team score. But definitely make a difference.
And Sholo wins that match.
And it looks like we'll have another JV matchup. We have Benjamin Jessup from St. John's. But again, I'm not sure what the Sholo's wrestler name is.
So here in St. John's, with new COVID restrictions, we are now down to 2 parents per wrestler, and as you can see, even the wrestlers have to wear masks. Stupid COVID.
So we go ahead and get this match started. There's some quick hand fighting right off the bat. Both wrestlers trying to fight their position. Get a good setup. Oh, Sholo goes for a throw but doesn't quite get it. He's got an underhook. He lets go of it. And they'll go back to the middle. Still hand fighting, pushing, pulling. Sholo goes in for a shot, but it's unsuccessful. Good defense by St. John's. He's got an underhook and trying for another throw. Then goes in for a shot. Sholo might have a takedown here. They run out of bounds, so it'll stay neutral. No points yet in this match. So we're starting again, and they go back to.
And that's the end of the period, folks. Sholo wins a toss. Elects to defer. And St. Johns chooses neutral. Here we are in the second period, still no score. Bit of hand fighting. Great perseverance by both wrestlers.
Both wrestlers are giving a pretty good effort trying to get the other man out of position, but just can't quite get a takedown yet. St. Johns goes in for a shot, but looks like there's some good defense by Sholo. Couldn't quite get in on the leg. Came up to the hips and he broke free. There's another shot by St. Johns. He's got it in deep, and there's 2 takedowns for St. Johns wrestler. He goes right down to the ankle, and he's driving him. Not going for a wrist or anything, just it looks like they'll be driven out of bounds and go back to the center of the circle to start over. St. John's on top, 2-0.
Sholo on bottom, St. John's on top. 2-0 with 1 minute 2 seconds left in the second period.
Right off the whistle, Sholo is moving good on bottom. But St. John's gets a wrist, gets some wrist control, and pulls him back down. And Sholo gets up, and he's got an escape, so that's 1 point. That makes it 2-1. He immediately goes in for a shot. He's stuffed. They're circling around. He gets back in on his leg. Looks like he's reaching up for a cradle. And he gets him turned over, but I don't know if he's got his 2 takedown, and he's getting some back points there. They might call that a pin, and it is. So that's a pin for Sholo.
That'll be a pin, and end of this one. Sholo wins another one.
All right,
No.
and now it looks like we're going to get started with our varsity matchups. We'll see who they send out, where they start this matchup, what weight class we're starting with.
To begin the varsity match, we have 2 buys at 108 pounds.
So it looks like we're going to have 2 buys right off the bat. We have at 108, we have Z Wilhelm for Sholo, and at 115 we have G Daly. We'll both get buys, and then we'll go right to
Parker
122.
Johnson, 122. Parker Johnson and C. Housley.
So those two buys are a big deal because that's 6 points for each buy. So Sholo's going to start off this matchup 12-0 already winning
That
in
is
the
not.
team points.
Here we have Parker Johnson for St. John's.
And he's wrestling Cole Housley for the 122 matchup. They shake hands and they'll get started. Sholo comes in with some heavy hands. Housley's on top of him and throws him right to his back. The ref's giving him his back points. Housley is trying to get his legs in, get him locked up, and they're gonna call time. They give him his 2 takedown and 3 near fall, so already just almost 30 seconds into the match, it's 5-0. Sholo calls neutral, so that gives St. Johns 1 point to make it 5-1 in this matchup. Sholo comes back with heavy hands, right in on a double leg.
And gets the takedown.
And comes in for a cradle, quick cradle.
Parker's shown some fight.
He's got 2 back points for that and lets him back up. So that makes it 9-2. He comes in with a quick ankle pick.
And that's 2 more points for C.
2.5,
Housley. And
that's
that's
a
a pin
Sholo.
for Sholo.
So that makes the team score already 18-0 for Sholo. Next up we have at 128 Dion Perry for St. Johns and D. Hewitt for Sholo. All right, they come out and they get started. Quick hand fighting right away. Quick shot by Sholo, but well defended by St. Johns. Good movement. Oh, good double leg right there by Dion, and a quick takedown for 2 points. He gets right to his stuff. He's got hand control, but Sholo stands up and they're moving around pretty good. Some good action here in this match. He's got a leg. Sholo's got a leg and has Dion in kind of an awkward position. But the ref's not calling any points yet. We'll see what happens. Dion ends up back on top, trying to chop him down. But Sholo's tough on bottom. He's coming back up. It looks like St. John's has got a chicken wing in. Oh, trying to turn him over, but no points off that. Still some good movement. St. John's trying to work the chicken wing, but Sholo's defending it well. And looks like Sholo gets away, but doesn't quite have the 1 point escape yet because there's still contact. So he's just got to get away to get his point, but they're still locked up right there. And there's the 1 point escape, so that's 2-1 in this match. Dion comes in with a double leg, but it's well defended.
With 5 seconds
Little
left
snap
in this
down by
period.
Dion, and it looks like that'll probably be the end of this first period here. In a good 128 matchup. Both wrestlers are fighting hard. Good shots. Gritty match, both good wrestlers. Green chooses bottom for the second period. So St. John's will be on top. Right off the whistle, Sholo goes for a switch. It's broken down by St. John's. And it looks like Dion's gonna get a wrist right there. He's back in on that chicken wing, but Sholo's starting to stand up, trying to get his hips away and switch. Dion's starting to run that chicken wing, trying to get his hips turned. And Sholo will get another escape, so that makes it 2-2. Back in the neutral position. Sholo comes in on a good shot. He's in on the leg. St. John's gets back around, and that's well defended, and he gets his own takedown off that shot, so that makes it 4-2. St. John's on top. He's got a half. He's going to run it. And he's getting his back points. So he gets his 3 back points off that, and they call it a pin. So that's 6 points for St. Johns, making it 18-6 in the team score.
Still have a couple wins to get up on the scoreboard, but
Yeah, St. Johns has got to catch up.
just
Those
need
2
to
buys are going to kill them.
persevere and get more wins.
Next up at 134, it looks like we have Grant Crosby.
Logan Hanchet
Versus
Grant Crosby.
Logan Hanchet for the 134 matchup. And we'll get that underway. Sholo ties up and gets a quick shot. Quick ankle pick, but St. Johns spins right around and gets 2 off of it. Sholo hits a quick switch, trying to roll around, and he might get back. He might get a reversal off that. Oh, but there's a good scramble there by St. Johns. No points or any difference yet. They're still calling that 2 points for St. Johns. No escape yet. Sholo has the leg. And there's the 1-point escape for Sholo. So we're back in neutral. That was a good shot by Sholo, and he goes in on another one deep on the leg. Gets on top of his legs. St. John's got to move here. The ref's going to give him the 2, but it looks like St. John's. They're going to call that the takedown for Sholo, but we're back into neutral, and they call it 1-point escape for St. John's. Oh, Sholo hits a nasty move and gets back on top. That's 2 more points for them. So that's 5-3 in this match. Sholo on top, got an arm bar. He's working his stuff. St. John's can't do a whole lot about it. He's well covered up. Trying to figure out what he wants to do. He's going to suck him back. No back points yet, though. He's going to stick his legs in. He will leg ride him right out of the first period. 5-3. Lots of scoring here in the first period of this 134 match between Crosby and Hanchet. Maybe blood time for Sholo. And we're going to go ahead and call neutral.
And we're going to have
While
a
they
break.
take a quick blood time for Sholo. It looks like his nose is bleeding.
So while we have a break here, Gage, can you tell me what you see in this matchup?
Well, Sholo's getting deep, good shots. I don't think Grant's even shot yet, but on the first one, he went ahead and scored off of it, and off the second one, he got a good scramble, but Sholo ended up on top, and he got a quick escape. All right, so it looks like we're going to get started again. Sholo's just putting his mask back on. We're back in neutral for this second period. They go in and tie up, tight and heavy. Sholo gets in on another deep shot, throws a fireman's. Grant's still tied up on him, and he might get some back points off this. He gets his 2 takedown and 2 back points. He's still in on the same move, so he hasn't gotten his back points called yet. He's got a deep half, though. He's getting some more back points. And Grant's going to have to fight out of this position because he's got a deep half. Both wrestlers are working. But Grant's going to have to spin his hips or do something to get off his back, stick an arm through, because the ref's got 3 points on him right now. And he's starting to get his hips over, and he's out of it.
He's
So
on his
there's
belly.
the 2 points for Sholo, but St. John's is off their back, out of dangerous territory. He reaches over, maybe a bad idea with the Sholo wrestler's legs in. He's leg riding him once again, and St. John's has got his hips up, trying to shake him off.
Looks like
The
some
Sholo's
head stuff
strong
in
up
there.
He's trying to pull him over. He's not finding anything. The ref's telling him to get something going. We got 15 seconds left. Score some more points. Oh,
All the
he's gonna try to suck him back, but doesn't look like he's gonna get any points off that, and that's gonna be the end of the second period. 10-3 for Sholo. A good match. Lots of scrambles here.
So I just
And
know.
Sholo chooses bottom. What's that?
So I've noticed something that's pretty ironic. How they have people have all the wrestlers wearing masks, while as you can see, they are falling off. And practically no good.
Yeah, it does seem like they're slipping down a lot as they wrestle. It's kind of hard to keep those masks up while they're fighting and getting rubbed on and clawed at and all kinds of things. They fall off pretty quick. So they're going to come back in and get this final period started for the 134 matchup. Grant Crosby and Hanchet. Again, Sholo chooses bottom, so St. John's will be on top. They go ahead and get started. Nothing right off the bat. Sholo's gotten a deep elbow, trying to pull St. John's off. And he's in on a leg. St. John's is going to have to stuff his head and get around the back. He's got it. He's got a pancake in. But he gets ducked and right to his back. Sholo's got 2-point reversal there and a few back points to go with it. He's still on his back.
Sholo gets
He
2
gets
more
his 3
points.
points. St. John's going to have to fight off his back again. He did a pretty good job last time, but it's pretty tough to do it twice. We'll see if Sholo can finish it. And Grant gets out of it, and he's back in on another leg. He's not going to give up. He's got that leg, but it looks like Sholo's got a lot of pressure down on him. Really driving. And there's a 2-point reversal for St. John's. He's back on top. That makes it 15-5. Sholo's up, but St. John's is on top. Trying to get his stuff, and he's going to have to get a pin here in these last 35 seconds of the match if he's going to want to win. He's got a crossface, and looks like he's coming in trying to get a cradle, but wrestling a tall kid like that, that's hard to do. So he comes back, and they're going to, looks like the ref might call a warning for stalling. Not quite. Sholo's got a elbow again, just trying to keep St. John's from getting any moves. Grant's got a power half, but only with 2 seconds to go. And so Sholo's going to win that match with a lot of points on the board, 15-5. A good match, lots of good scrambles in that match.
And Sholo wins that one. They'll score up 6 to 24.
You got to give both
22.
those wrestlers credit. They really worked hard in that match. That makes it 22-6 for Sholo.
Yep. Now we are in the 140s.
So now it looks like we've got Peter Casey versus Andy Wilhelm. This will be a good matchup. I know both these wrestlers are pretty stout kids. They shake hands and they get started.
Ref blows the whistle. Bit of hand
Right
fighting
off
to
the
start
bat.
this.
Peter's moving his feet real quick. Going in for shots, good reactions, getting him to move.
Goes back to the middle.
Sholo's really low in his position. Kind of hard to get to a leg there. Peter's going to have to find a way to open him up, get an angle. He dives right in, but doesn't get any. Gets in on a reshot and a quick 2 points. That's a good shot by Peter. Right in on a double leg. So they'll come back to the center and St. Johns will be on top. Kind of a mismatch. Seems like Andy's a little bit more short and stout and Peter's kind of tall. Was able to get in on those legs with that long reach. He grabs an ankle and drives Sholo down to the mat. Goes in for a cradle, but it doesn't look like he's going to get anything. He's going in for a chicken wing, and Sholo's going to grab that elbow and trying to get his hips on top. He might just do it. But Peter gets his hips up. Sholo's still got that elbow sucked up real tight. And it looks like Sholo's back up and gets that 1 point escape. Some over-under hooks here. We'll see what they do. It looks like Sholo's trying to grab a leg, and St. John's is trying to back out of it. So we'll go back to the center, back in neutral. 2-1 St. John's. This is going to be a tough match. Sholo goes in for a shot, quick sprawl by St. John's. St. John's is trying to get around the corner, but Andy's got that elbow sucked up, and he might just come around on his own. St. John's got to get his hips up if he wants to get around. So what St. John's needs to do is get his elbow free. There he goes. He gets it free, but he's still stuck there.
And that'll end the period.
And that's the end of the first period. 2-1, a good, solid match here. St. John's chooses neutral for the second period.
2-1 St. John's, and total we are down 22-6. The ref blows whistle.
A little bit slower. St. John's gets in on a good shot. And
That'll
does
be
his
out.
2 takedown. They might call that out of bounds. They do, so they'll go back to the center 4-1. That's a good takedown for Peter. He's got 2 good shots. Pretty quick in neutral. But it seems like Sholo's been pretty tough on bottom today. And he hits a quick switch. Might just get his hips on top. Peter gets his hips up and sucks him down. It looks like Andy's back in on a leg. Might just get a half in there, but that's good defense by Sholo. Might come out on top and get a 2-point reversal here is what it looks like. If he can get his head out. Peter's really wanting that half though. But it looks like Sholo's got his hips down. I don't know if he's going to be able to get it. Oh, Sholo's going to come out the back and might just get some back points for himself if Peter keeps his head down there. Maybe kind of stuck in this position. We'll see what the ref calls, or if he calls a stalling or... Yeah, there we go. Stalemate right there, so we're going to go back. Sholo on bottom, St. John's on top, 4-1.
Sholo on bottom, St. John's on top.
St. John's covers. No movement on bottom, right off the whistle.
Ooh.
Oh, he goes to drive through him, but it looks like Sholo counters pretty good, and he's got a cradle in. He's got to drive that over his shoulder. He's got it sucked up pretty tight. St. John's has got to get that grip loose so he can get out of there. Sholo throws him back onto his back, and he's getting some back points. 10 seconds left in the match. If he wants a pin here, he's going to have to flatten him out.
4, 3, 2, 1.
So they give him his 2 reversal and 3 near fall. So that's going to put the match to 5-4, it looks like, as we go into the third period of this match.
Sholo wins
Oh,
the toss.
6-4.
Elects to be on top. Sholo on top, St. Johns on bottom. And start the second period.
Not a whole lot of movement right off the whistle. Sholo's going for some risks. Got lots of heavy pressure. St. Johns has got to get their head up and get off bottom. Sholo's been pretty good on top so far tonight. Really working what they need to. And pretty solid on bottom as well. Not really giving a lot of points there. Looks like Andy's trying to get a half. He's got some legs in. He's really prying on that arm. We'll see if he can get him turned over. Peter Sips is still flat. He's having a hard time with it, so he's going to come back and try for something different. Oh, he comes for a half on the other side. See if he can get him turned over. It looks like Peter's pretty tough on bottom. Rolling around. We'll see if he gives him those back points. Yep. There's 2, 3 counts. Might even get the pin right here. He's got him stretched out pretty good. And there it is. He's going to pin Peter, so that's 6 more points for Sholo. That makes it 28-6. It's another pin for Sholo, so we'll go into the 140-pound weight class. To the 147-pound weight class, sorry. And we'll have Casey from Sholo and JT Richardson from St. Johns. JT comes in quick right away. Quick double.
Ooh. Quick takedown.
And a takedown. Both these wrestlers look pretty dang quick.
That is an out of bounds.
Moving right off the bat fast. St. Johns is going to come back to the center on top, 2-0. Goes for that ankle. Just trying to hold on to him. Sholo's pretty fast off the bottom there. Just trying to keep him in bounds. Drops down on a single. See what Sholo does here to counter it. He goes in. St. Johns gets a double. Just trying to get him back down. He's having a hard time keeping this kid down. He's pretty quick and aggressive on bottom, just trying to get out of there. JT runs him down, and there we go. He's got him down and trying to get a half there. He sinks it in, and he's getting some back points. A pin is what St. Johns needs right here. They're down pretty far. This kid's not giving it up. And there we go. There's a pin for St. Johns. Finally 6 more points on the board.
And
so that's going to make it 28-12. A quick pin against a pretty good kid from Sholo. So
Rodriguez from Sholo, Crosby from St. Johns, 154.
So now 154, we've got Rodriguez from Sholo and Ren Crosby from St. Johns. His little brother is Grant Crosby, who just wrestled in the 134 weight class. They'll go ahead and get started. And Ren immediately comes in with heavy hands, gets a quick shot. And straight to her back goes Sholo. He's got a headlock in there. He's got his three back points. And a pin right there, right off the bat. There's 6 more points for St. John's, starting to go their way a little bit more.
Now it is only a 10-point match with 28-18. Now heading to the 162s. I will have
So 162, we've got Jace Clarkson.
and
Man, I can't read that last name. I'm sorry. I'm not. The Sholo wrestler. He's got some quick feet and heavy hands. They're both throwing each other around. St. John's gives a couple shots, but it's well defended. St. John's works up, maybe trying to get that double leg. Comes back in and gets thrown down straight to his back. So there's some back points for Sholo again. We'll see if they call this a pin or if St. John's can get off their back, but he's got a pretty, oh, there we go. St. John's is off their back. There's 2 takedown and 3 points for Sholo. Back to a neutral position. You see there's a 1-point escape for St. John's. St. John's is gonna have to stay off their backs. Lots of matches staying there, and there's.
and that's
they call that.
another.
There's 2 takedowns for St. John's. That makes it 5-2. Sholo's ahead, but St. John's would be on top as they go back to the center.
Have a 3-5 matchup for the 162 weight class.
Good shot by St. John's. Trying to cover that wrist. Breaks him down pretty good, but doesn't look like he's getting anything out of it. Sholo stands up. Might just get away here. And Sholo ends up on top. Here's St. John's on their back again. Some more back points right here, but St. John's fights off pretty good.
Five,
So that makes this
4,
match 10-3 in
two,
Sholo's favor.
1.
And that's the end of the first period.
So we have an exciting matchup here, guys. Yeah. Gage. What do you expect to see in the second period?
Well, St. John's has got to stay off their back. First of all, we're starting in neutral right here. But a mask's falling down on Sholo, so we're going to pull that back up for a sec. Take a little break.
Remember back in 2019 when we did not have to worry about any of this?
Yeah, that was kind of nice, huh?
Yep.
All right, we'll get started again in this 162 matchup. Oh, St. John's has a throw and has Sholo on their back now. Getting some back points. Trying to get in for the pin. He's reaching for that half. Now he's just going to have to go for the elbow. Hope that he can suck him back. He's got it pretty deep right now, but Sholo's still fighting. Not giving that up. The worst thing you can do is give up a pin. And he'll get out of that. But St. John's is back on top. Looks like it's 10-8. Sholo's still ahead. St. John's is trying to get a half back in. Not a whole lot of movement. And he might just get him over. Oh. Still flat, no change right now. Not a whole lot of movement. They gotta get going a little bit. Looks like Sholo's in on the leg, but not much is happening off it. And Sholo's gonna get an escape, and they'll call another time to let him put his mask back on.
Like I said, This is something we'll not have to worry about.
So with 30 seconds left in this match, it's 11-8 Sholo. Still pretty close. Lots of back points. They're back in neutral. Sholo comes in on a shot. St. John sprawls pretty good, trying to get those hands off his legs. The Sholo's driving up pretty good and is going to get that takedown.
That's 2 more points for Sholo.
Jason's building back up
And took
trying
him
to
back
stand
down.
but Sholo's pretty heavy on top. That'll end this second period, 13-8 for Sholo. That was a good quick takedown. He needed that kind of to make his lead a little bit better right before the end of that second period.
St. John's will be on bottom. Sholo will be on top to start this third period. 13-8.
Immediately, St. John's tries to stand up and gets a switch. So that's a 2-point reversal, making it 13-10. Going in for a half, and he'll get some back points off of that. Trying to see if he can get a pin and 6 more points for St. John's. And he will. He
Now-
pins him right there. That's a good thing for St. John's. That's going to make it 28-24, making it a heck of a lot closer.
Now, Gage, I could tell that this matchup was a back and forth. But this one was sure turning point for St. John's.
That's right. It was back and forth the whole match, but Jace Clarkson comes out on top with the pin, and he's pretty excited. So now we'll come up to 172. It looks like we'll have Flores from Sholo versus James Thomas. And looks like St. John's is back in and only 4 points behind. They start this match, both wrestlers moving good. St. John's gets in on a leg, but Sholo's really defending it tough. Oh, St. John's picks up that leg and slams him down, trying to get him to his back. He's caught that arm, trying to flip his hips back, and he'll get him down on his back. Man, Sholo's really trying to fight not to give up any back points, and he still hasn't given any up yet. But St. John's got that half in deep, and he's got his back points now. Trying to go for that pin. So vital for St. John's if they want to get ahead. Sholo's still fighting good. Definitely not going to give it to him easy. Neither of these teams. And there it is.
And now for the first time tonight,
St.
St.
John's
John's
gets the
in the
pin.
lead.
And there it is.
Now, with what I just said, in real-life matchups, St. John's has been in the lead due to those two.
That's what St. John's wants to see.
But now we have a 2-point match, 30-28. And we will have 4 more, I believe, 4 more matchups in this 30-28 St. John Sholo match.
All right, now we got at 184, we got Ryan Lewis versus Randall from Sholo. They both come out. St. John's gets a good snap and is trying to get around. Comes in on a leg. Picks it up. He's going for the takedown. He slams him down.
And
Goes immediately in for a half, but it looks like Sholo's going to slip his arm out. Picks up that leg, trying to get him back. Kind of an awkward position, but he's getting his back points. Sholo's coming up, but St. John's doing a good job of keeping him back on his back, trying to get that pin. Oh, and Sholo might reverse that, but St. John's is going to end up on top, still going for that pin. Man, but Sholo's fighting off bottom, really not wanting to give it up. There we go. St. John sinks it in. And there's another pin for St. John's. That's to make it 36-28. St. John's is kind of pulling ahead now.
And that is our third straight pin for St. John's. His third straight pin for tonight. We are St. John's now up 36-28 with 3 more matches remaining in this
Looks like
match.
Slade Nevin for St. John's is going to come out, and he gets a bye, so that's 6 more points for St. John's. And for the 222 matchup, we have Jones from Sholo versus Kyson Price from St. John's. Kyson goes in for some shots, and they tie up. Both hanging on to those tie-ups, trying to work inside position. Hand fighting now, still moving. St. John's goes in for a shot, but doesn't quite get it. Sholo's got a head right there. He snaps him down to his hands. He's trying to go around for a leg, and that's just going to go back to neutral in the middle. No points yet. Oh, St. John's gets a good shot. Ends up right on top. That's 2-0 for St. John's. Okay. And St. John's trying to get some wrists in there. Sholo's doing a good job of getting back up to their base and trying to stand up. Looks like Kyson's got a chicken wing, and he's going to start running that. Sholo breaks that free. Kyson's still got 2 wrists. Trying to work a half, trying to work his stuff, but Sholo's doing a good job of staying up and not letting him break him down. He's up to a tripod, now to his feet. He's going to try to mat return him, maybe just drop in on a single. And he lets it go, so that's back. We're going back to the center in neutral, 2-1 St. John's. Slowing down a little bit, both a little bit tired here at the end of this first period. Quick takedown is what they want, and it looks like St. John's might get it, but they're going out of bounds with 2 seconds left in the first period. Still neutral. And they'll start back, but it doesn't look like there's going to be a takedown, so we'll go into the second period, 2-1 St. John's. St. John's chooses neutral for the second period, so they'll go ahead and get started here. Kyson had a good shot right off the bat, but Sholo did a good job on bottom of getting back out and not giving up any back points. Kyson's back in on a leg trying to take him down, but Sholo's defending it well.
Ooh.
And there we go. Kyson
That's
gets
2
his
more
2
points for
points for
St.
another
John's.
takedown, and he's back on top. He's got a wrist, just trying to work, get some more points here, but they'll go out of bounds and they'll head back to the center with St. John's on top 4-1.
1:20 left in this second period.
St. John's is back on top. Sholo hits a switch. They're good at that, but doesn't quite get it. Kyson's high, but he's driving. He's trying to turn him right there, and it looks like he will. Maybe get some back points right there. The ref's giving them to him, but not a very solid hold there. He's trying to sink in a half and get back around. And it looks like he's going to be able to. There we go. There's some more back points, but Sholo's trying to flip his hips over and get him turned. And there's another pin for St. John's, making it 48-28.
We have a limited number of fans here, but you can tell that the crowd is heated here in St. John's.
That's a good fight by Sholo on bottom, but Kyson had that half sunk in deep. So next up at
For the heavyweights, we have Nick Patterson and
looks like Carlin
for sure
from Sholo. This will be the last match of the night at heavyweight. They immediately go in and tie up both heavy. Nick gets a good shot, slams him down right to his back, and he might just get a pin here. He's got to be careful not to get rolled over, though. He's got a good hold there. And they call a pin. There's a pin for St. Johns. That's how we'll end the night, 54-28. St. Johns will win.
Okay, Chief Kale Hancock here at Roll Heap Gymnasium in St. Johns, Arizona at St. Johns High School. 54-28 is the final score for tonight's wrestling matchup. St. Johns comes out on top. Now this was a wonderful matchup and each wonderful match is for each team, right, Gage?
That's right.
I want to thank these guys here for being our announcers tonight. Gage and Kale, they're part of our teen production announce team. Also, we have Caden Castleberry working the camera. Thank you guys tonight. And you have a good night. Thank you, Sholo fans, for joining us tonight. I'm going to sign off. My name is Victor Chavez. Everybody have a good night.